clear expectations around what a bride, a groom, their wedding party members, and each of their families are responsible for. I remember when I wanted to husband's family, this is for what you should do. So and that brought me to this topic. What are the specific responsibilities for groom during wedding?
Okay, to me, I think the specific responsibility for groom, it's mainly the traditional wedding ceremony. That's why when the men want to get married, they always have to go to the woman's family to can be performed. Then when you talk about that's for tradition, were listed out in the list, and then major responsibilities like the girls wears, she can go in likes anyway.
I would like you to list out those responsibilities if you know any, because it's something that comes with wedding. When I'm talking about financial stability here, and you will see the woman wants to do everything, wants to carry everything on her head, and we don't even tend to know again whether a man really have responsibility during white wedding. That is where we are speaking about. I would like to know, are there specific things that a man is supposed to do that is not the bride's duty during white wedding?
For me, I would say there is no specific outline of what a man should do. I think it's best done based on understanding when they come together, because at some point are good planners. We have men too who are good planners, but women are very good planners and they are good managers too. So in listing, say I list, I cannot really say for sure this is what a
logical, but we are everywhere. We want to do everything at the same time. So how do you think a groom can actually help to manage the budget for wedding?
He can help by stating out what he has budgeted to spend, so the wife works within the confines of his budget. Because women, we want everything. We want everything looking so glamorous, beautiful, amazing, dazzling, like it's my day. It's gonna be one and for life, You want everything, but if he's saying, baby, this is what I have, and this is what I can afford for this particular thing. So, however you're going about it, ensure that you work. So she would definitely.
I can imagine when it has to do with money, men are very smart. So, did you work with the budget that your husband gave you?
At some point, I did. And at some point where I felt I could play a role to help with the cost, I also did that.
So you
I also incorporated my own aspect of what I felt I can be responsible for.
So there was no.
I also made him understand that sweetie, I know you want to do this. Okay, if I help with this, I would love to help with this. Okay, and he said, "Oh, really? I forgot that you're good. Okay, go ahead."
So there was no time you look at the list and you were like, no, this thing will not be enough. There was no time you said that to him. That sweetheart, this will not be enough. You need to add something.
That was because we already had a number we were working with.
Okay.
So that number helped to be a guide to what we could do and what we could not do. So let's say, for example, we wanted 300 persons as guests for the wedding. We were working within that frame of 300 persons. So whatever we wanted to buy, if the budget for affording, let me say, getting souvenirs was, let's say, 1,000 naira per person, a gift of 1,000 naira per person, 300 times 1,000. I don't know if you get the logic in it. So that's how we budgeted it. And if he saw the quality of what we wanted to buy, so the cost would also reduce. So that's just it.
You know, before now, when during marriage, if a man doesn't do a certain thing, it will look like you're not man enough. Do you understand? They always say, no, a man needs to do this. We are not talking about traditional marriage because, you know, that carries a whole lot. That is topic for another day. They always be like, no, let your in. But do you think that people still have that perspective? Could it be that is this generation that changed everything, or
me? And then even when their spouses say they were going to do this or do that or take up this and take up that, they say, let me buy your shoe. I don't know if you get me. Let me buy your shoe, sweet. I think I want you to look great. I'll get you a nice wedding shoe. You will select from the photos I have, and then I'll pay for it. So at some point, the man doesn't really do everything. The man doesn't do everything. The woman doesn't do everything. So
the man doesn't do everything. And this is where I'm hammering. The man does not do everything. Of course, likewise the woman. So what are those things that you feel or you think that is actually responsibility of men? Yes, we know that there is a place of support. You understand? Because if you love a man, you wouldn't want a man to carry everything on his shoulder. There's always a place of support. But what are those things that you feel or you think that is naturally responsible for men to do? What are those things? That is just what I want to know, because I have seen a wedding where the man, everything went smooth until when it was time to buy things. The man told the fiancé, if you cannot buy these things, then I can't enter this home. It means that you will not support me. So he came with this mindset of, my wife has the money, or my wife to be has the mother.
Well, we are different. We have rights for a woman who is to be married to some guy to take up all the responsibilities. No, I didn't say I want to marry myself. Do you get it? You walked up to me, you found love in me, and you were interested in that and said, oh, you want to make me to spend the rest of my life with you. Who is responsible for me before then, or who was responsible for me before then, was my dad. But you're that you can afford those things here to drink. I don't know if you understand. I should look good as well. I cannot be married and then look shabby on the road.
So in other words, what you are saying, that a man has no specific responsibility.
Yes. The specific responsibility a man would have over his wife. Not over his wife. Basic.
No, not over his wife. You are talking about wedding preparation.
Wedding preparation. Yes. Okay. Then at least he should be able to. It's not like it's specific. That's why I say it could vary.
Okay.
I could say I need a wedding dress that costs 300,000 naira, and he say, baby, what I can afford is 250. If I truly want that dress, I would look for 50,000 and add to it and get it. But that is what he can afford.
Okay.
So it's an understanding. He says, this is 250 I can afford for your wedding dress, and he has given that to me. But in my search, what I found that I loved and I want to use went beyond that thing is in place for our wedding. But for me, I would love to take up some of the responsibility if I can, or if I want to. It's my choice. It's just like when you eventually get into the marriage, they say a woman's money is her money, but the man's money is our money.
Oh.
Do you understand it?
All right, let's just join our sister's wedding as we have fun. This is the march on this particular episode. Till we come your way next time, enjoy yourself.
your wife, your own flesh, to live with after God's ordinance in the holy estate of matrimony? Do you promise to love her even as Christ loves the church? To protect, to honor, and to care for her? Take
live together in love. And